Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Wednesday night edition of Inside the Headset as we go over to East Tennessee. And I'm going to talk to my good buddy at William Blount High School for the William Blount Governors, head coach Philip Shadowens. How you doing tonight, Coach?
I'm doing good. Just got home from practice, and we got a game scheduled today that we hadn't had a game scheduled. Now we got a game scheduled.
Okay,
so
good. Well, then you have
week.
news. You have news. This is great. This is great. So let's start with that. Let's start with last week, and then you can carry us through today. Last week, Friday night, you slipped over to Maryville and played Friday night. And talk about that game, Coach.
Well, they whooped us pretty good, obviously, based on the score.
Yeah.
14-7 with 6.5 minutes left in the second quarter. And, we thought we'd just scored, had an 83-yard drive to score a touchdown, felt pretty good, got back in the game. Then immediately gave up a big play on, the second play they had it. I think second or third play they had it. And then after that, the wheels come off. We had a turnover, missed a kickoff. They pitched one. We missed it. And the wheels came off, and the game was over at halftime. So saw some good things. Early in the game, I thought our kids fought hard, did a lot of good things early. 14-7 with 6.5 minutes left in the second quarter. I'll take that. You're still in the midst of the ball game, but then the last 6.5 minutes of the second quarter just completely fell apart. And, obviously then the game was over at halftime, and that's how it goes. But, it's a great experience for our kids. A lot of kids got playing time. We didn't play near like we expect to play. They're a typical really good Maryville team like we always know, and they just kind of reload, like the great programs do. And they've done that, and we didn't respond to adversity very well. That's the bottom line. Early on I thought 14-0. We had played really poorly, had a big drive, got us back in the game, a little momentum, and then they quickly made a play, and after that we got the momentum back.
How many kids you travel with, Coach?
Varsity-wise, we got 51.
Yep.
And then we bring a few freshmen with us, along the way too, just to give them the experience of dressing out. So we have 51 varsity players, what we have.
And you took, 55 dressed?
Yeah, I think I took 55 dressed. I think it was. I don't know the exact number. I took 4 freshmen, so I think it was 55. But I think I had one kid that was sick, not dressed. A sophomore kid that was sick, not dressed, and so I think I took 54 dressed total. If I didn't count them, I think that's what it was.
Okay, and of those seniors, since it is what it is, then they would have been sophomores. So how many seniors do you have that would have been there and been to that place before, other than a playoff or something like that? Because in regular season, don't you trade? So they were at your place last year, right?
Yeah, they were. We only got 10 seniors on our football team, and 2 of those are new kids. So we have 8 experienced seniors on our entire football team, and so we're mostly a sophomore and junior-dominated team. Our juniors, who were sophomores last year, played a ton last year, so we expect a lot from them, and we expect to play better. Look,
yeah.
we didn't play good. Same thing.
No, that's what I'm saying. Going back,
well.
Going backwards though, those kids go back 2 years ago. Those guys that were seniors, how many of them were sophomores that went over there? And when you took them over there 2 years ago, 8. Okay, all 8 of them. Okay, cool. And the 2 new kids. That's good. That's good. That says you're holding your numbers. So holding what you got. Well, in special teams, you didn't do very well.
No, we missed a field goal. We didn't, we have a great kicker, one of the best around for sure. And, he didn't have his best night. He's also a receiver for us. He made a big play. He had a 44-yard catch on our big drive. He made a big play on the offensive end on the receiver end, but we didn't kick it as well as he normally does. And then, obviously when you kick a pooch kick, you got to go catch the ball. And we fumbled it around, let them get on it, and, give them another short field. We gave them in the first half, they had 3 different occasions where they had to go 45 yards or less to score. And
oh wow!
Honestly, you're not beating Maryville when you give them the ball. When you give them the ball and you're in the field, you're not going to beat Maryville.
They're just practicing.
You got to make them earn everything. And
they were practicing.
They're certainly way too good to give them a bunch of gifts.
Yeah, and they were practicing with you at that point. They were just practicing, yes. And it's hard to, when they're revved up like that, or as we say, on that row, and they're happy, you ain't going to stop them. There's just no way.
As a football team in general, obviously they're a really good football team, but bottom line, I talk to our kids about this. When somebody has all the momentum, they're not going to just give it back to you. You got to go make a play yourself to get it back, and we did that at 14-0. We took a long drive and made some plays and did some really good things, and then they did what good football teams do. And when we had a little bit of momentum right there from scoring, they came right back and said, no, I don't think so. We're going to get the momentum back. And they did that, and we never got it back from that point on. And hey, it's one of those things that happen. And
and so you said that quarterback, everybody, did you come out unhurt?
Oh yeah, we came out of it healthy. I mean, we got a couple of bruises,
right.
Whatever. But as far as just overall health, we're in good overall health, and no issues with our health when it comes to that. And so we're ready to. We thought we were just practicing.
Yeah. Now let's move
we
on.
We're just practicing this week.
I was getting ready to announce that Philip ain't doing nothing, and now what are you doing?
Well, I've called everybody in East Tennessee and a lot of teams in Middle Tennessee, to be quite honest with you, and the ones that had games. Nobody really wanted one. I mean, I could have got one with Oakland, but that didn't make a whole lot of sense for us to play Maryville and Oakland back-to-back. I'm open in 2 weeks. So that didn't make any sense about traveling to Cookville or whatever to do that. So I didn't do that. But I called everybody else, and teams decided to take forfeits or take the wins. And my philosophy is you got to play football. I mean, I didn't take the Oakland game. I'm not ashamed that I didn't take that game. It didn't make any sense for our program to take that game. Because we're not where Oakland is, athletically.
You're not going to get any better.
And so that was dumb for us to do that.
You're not going to get better.
What?
You won't get any better.
No, they don't help. They don't help our program any. They don't help. I mean, I'm not into helping other programs and hurting our program. So that's what that would have been. So that's the reason I didn't take that game. I mean, why would I drive to Cookville to play Oakland? That didn't make any sense. But anyway, besides that one, I've called everybody else. I mean, from Middle Tennessee teams, Lebanon. East Tennessee teams, Tennessee High, and about 80 others. Anybody that was off, we called. And, sometimes they found other games, which makes sense. And then I've had numerous teams say, we're just going to take the week off and prepare for, week 3. And that's okay. I mean, coaches everybody's got to run their own program. My thing is that I want kids to get the opportunity to play. Because, who knows if next week opponent, somebody gets COVID, then all of a sudden, they're shut down and we don't get to play again. And so, I want our kids to have the chance to play the game of football. I mean, let's be honest now. And so today on the practice field, I had my phone with me, which I always have my phone with me. I usually have it turned down, but I'd forgotten. I started getting blown up with text messages, and I looked down and Coach Green's trying to get a hold of me. I didn't know who Coach Green was. And so Oliver Springs got canceled today by Kingston, got a case of COVID, and they're shut down for 2 weeks now up here. And they're a small school.
I know Oliver Springs.
I know Oliver Springs.
Yeah.
Ago. But so they called and he said, Coach, I know y'all got a bigger program than we do. We need a game. I want our kids to play because who knows how many other teams are going to, have to call off or whatever because of this COVID thing going on. So I said, Coach, well, you know who we are, and we'll be glad to play. And I mean, he's, obviously they got a gigantic, big old physical team. So it ain't like they're gonna just show up there and let us see how bad we can beat them. That's for daggone sure. I mean, we'll have to come ready to play. But
where's it at?
30 minutes to get that organized, and we play Friday night at William Blount at 7:30.
Oh, so you're at home Friday night. Logistically, what are you going to do? A third of the stadium, kind of every other bleacher, and in fours? Is that what you're looking to do?
Our stadium holds 4,000 people.
Okay, you've got plenty of room.
We got more than enough room, and we have, all our stadiums on one side, and so our whole practice area that sits elevated above the game field will also be open for people who want to bring, chairs or whatever they want to do to kind of socially distance themselves even more. So we could socially distance and hold 4,000 people easily. We're not going to have 4,000 people. We don't feel like at that game. But I'm just saying we don't have the issue that some others have. We could socially distance easily and still have a gigantic crowd. So we don't have to worry the same as some of these other places do because we do have all that open ground, elevated ground where our practice field sits that looks on top of that looks right down on top of the game field. And so it's easy for us. So we'll be selling tickets. I mean, we'll pre-sell tickets. We'll also sell tickets there at the stadium for Friday night.
Coach, it's been good talking to you. You got things to do. So you're going to play tomorrow night or Friday night? We're
playing Friday night.
Okay.
Logistically, we couldn't schedule a game at 5 o'clock today and play tomorrow night at 7:30. So we're going to play Friday night. We're hoping that it looks like the storm's not supposed to really be up here until more like late Friday night or Saturday morning. So it is, well, we'll deal with it when that happens. But it looks like we have a decent chance for it not to come around too early.
Coach, good luck. Enjoy the rest of your week, and we hope you come away with a win. And good luck to Oliver Springs, both of you. I mean, just good competitive football. But I hope you both have a good time.
Just get a chance to play football. That's what this is about for high school kids. So we're going to play a football game, and we'll enjoy the opportunity to do so.
Thank you, Coach, and we'll talk to you soon.
See you, brother.
All right, bye-bye.